at Twitch Rivals at the Streamer Bowl. There's Dirty Docs to look at the POI that we are dropping in.
That is right, and players to look out for here, once again, you just got to keep an eye on Nayte Hill and some of the others, as we said before, but you can see that's the battle bus. These are the great shots of cinematics. We don't know where exactly it's cutting through, so for some, it might be a long stretch. It might be a tough, you know, kind of pull to land. For others, it might be kind of easy, right? Maybe it's kind of close, but we'll see here. This is definitely one of those stretches. They're going to have to cut across here now.
And when you say stretch, you're talking about the distance you have to go from the bus to the spot that you're landing at. It takes a lot longer. Chap and Kyle Van Noy are getting a touchdown quite early on the bridge on the outskirts here. It's something that I didn't really even consider.
So looking left, it almost looks like...
Remember, they had that big map in front of them. You get to get a
I
good
think
look
that's
at
what
things so they know,
Sure.
is this a part of that safe spot? And it is. It's just outside. They're playing the cut of the safety zone, staying away from the power lines, away from the actual dock itself.
That's Nick's
That is so close to the grid line. You got to keep an eye on
It's on the grid line.
That is literally on the grid line.
Okay, good.
Chat, finding the spot, finding the loot that nobody else is probably going to realize it's a possibility. Meanwhile, Kyle Van Noy went very far from him. I don't even see him on the map.
Looks like tfue finds Devontae Maddox right there in the feed, so that's going to be one step closer for him to kind of keep his lead and hold his position as our first place runner so far. He had 32 points coming in. That's going to make it, you know, that much more of a distance between the next, but Aydan also up there.
You talked about the lodge. A couple different people trying to contest it. It's going to be Aydan and Kurt Van Kurt chasing down Jamal Abrams.
I don't know where the
elevation though coming into play here because they're kind of stuck now. They're kind of trapped between a bunch of different difficult areas.
And
like, any extra loot?
I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. It's very limited material-wise, right, to move around.
Here it is, though. Dirty Docs. Eddie Vander does. Going right on top of Nayte Hill. And
right here.
Can he find it? No, actually, Nayte Hill's his teammate. Jonathan Abram is going to go down. I didn't see his teammate nearby at all.
I'll get the stuff.
Based on the position, I thought it was a different team, but yeah, they take him out. That's one elimination for them. Clean wipe.
That's exactly what we expected. This is Nayte Hill territory right here.
Ooh, Kyle Van Noy went down. Actually, we didn't see them, but Nick A30 with his partner right on top of Chap. He's at 1 HP, and he's not going to be able to continue his rise to the top.
No, I got them both.
Little by little, we're seeing Nick perform here. He was in 6th or 7th place coming in to Game 3. Another 4 points because every elimination is worth a little bit more in this format here. Securing this area. Chap was just over on the other side before this. These bridge areas, so they seem to have backed off already. You can see David sitting back, kicking it.
Did you end up finding that AR or no?
Yeah, I got one.
Nice.
Lounging. He's lounging. Here's bugha. On to another player right inside the Dirty Docs. This is what we're used to seeing from bugha. Unbelievable speed, unbelievable edits. The precision, too. Great box fighter, just like Clix.
I'm going to get an angle.
He's looking for a different angle, as you heard him say, to shoot down on and actually spot his opponent. Juju giving the pressure up, too, but more snipes coming in from the other areas. Juju actually took out Eddie.
You chilling?
From a distance.
He just looked over to the side. Someone trying to get a piece of the action.
Wait, did the other one die?
No.
Did he get?
Oh, this is Nayte Hill then.
That was a thirst right there.
This is Nayte Hill that they're looking for then.
Okay.
Right down below them.
The one guy's still under us. You want to drop on him?
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Nayte Hill. Last game you saw him go down to Clix. This game he might go down to bugha.
Let's see here, bugha is hunting right now, trying to see if he can find him. He knows he's moving around, and that's the indicator right there. Those materials being built outwards.
I kind of just want to chill and then get more loot. Do you have a mini?
Yeah.
bugha now
Let me get that.
making the call there. He just wants to chill. Hopefully see
let's
some actual end game from him himself.
We just need to get situated, I'm telling you.
Anything can happen. 2 whole games in front of him.
He's right. Just got to deal with what you got. You can always come back. That's the game of Fortnite. And in any real competition, never give up till the final moments. They might be in 14th place. They've actually risen in the ranks. Finally, as you see in the top right, the whistle has been blown.
All right, about to be able to start going.
Our referees are telling us we can now move outside of that first 4 grid area. We can start to venture outwards as we did lose 9 players already.
Oh, okay.
That's a big sigh of relief for everyone here. Is now the rest of the map opens up. The loop pathing can begin, and everyone can figure out where exactly they want to go. Remember, this is all in relation to the zone, though. The zone definitely determines a lot because, yes, they have the opportunity to loot, but they have to cut out. And look who's right there.
Oh my goodness, he was just sitting there the entire time. That brick makes it so difficult to look through. You can't really get a vision in there. Meanwhile, Reverse 2K coming in on the backside. David Morgan and nyxrox, they had the right idea, the same one that Chap and Van Noy had. And they're already starting to loot, already starting to farm towards the zone. This is probably the team that is farthest away from that grid space right off the bat. As soon as that whistle went, they're gone.
And that's the beauty of it because they played the outskirts, they played the outer line. We saw tfue doing the same thing when they were moving out as well, so we'll see probably them in steamy stacks. If I had to guess, they were going north. These guys were cutting off west, but the zone matters a lot.
Actually, genius too, because you can use the steamy stacks to just instantly come right back. This is possibly the first time that we're going to see the zone push these players and make them rotate outside of that first POI. We knew it was a possibility because Dirty Doc's right on the outside. But yeah, they are so far ahead of everybody else.
The faster you move, the sooner you can get to those big name locations to get the gear before everyone else. You saw Pleasant Park is in the safe zone. Sweaty Sands, as far as it is still in the safe zone, all untouched, unlooted. Because the format, we force everyone into a 4 grid square to fight one another here. The Streamer Bowl. It's kind of spice it up, make it interesting. See our favorites go toe to toe.
This thing about Fortnite, it's always different. There's always different things being played. I love the experimentation with these different kind of things.
Nice.
Great shield finder here for drlupo. He desperately needs it.
Slurp should be over to the right after we get a couple of these chests.
Ooh, thinking about the slurp truck, but I believe that's going to be gone. I saw a team basically straight ahead. No, it's still there. They could go for that slurp truck. So many teams in the zone right now. drlupo and Keenan falling victim to what I was talking about. That zone is pushing these guys.
It is true. They got to move fast if they want to get the most effective kind of heal out of the slurp truck. The longer they're in the zone, the more likely they're not to pick up shields off this. So the idea right now is get to it, break it, and then find their way to the zone right now. Medkits have built their inventories as well, so they're totally fine for the time being. No pressure, no worries. And every single player, not a single player has dropped since the moving zone has started. They all prioritize just cutting across, get out of here.
And a huge wide spread of them coming out on the different areas because as they move out, they're kind of rotating parallel, but not at all coming in to fight each other, not at all gaining any space, but still so much time in zone here for drlupo and Keenan Allen. You said they have the med kit, so they're going to be fine, but still not something you want to deal with. Bugha and Juju are still up in this game, accruing more placement
We'll be able
points.
to fight that guy if you want to.
Possibly even going forward. They definitely need to fight, though. They definitely need to get a big game here. Otherwise, they're not catching up to tfue.
That is true, and this campfire is going to be the
I'm going up here north.
You know, deciding factor, kind of bouncing back here, not have to waste material. But there's someone inside the kind of hayfield here, or maybe he was spooked. He kind of let off a shot. You saw it there. And take a look who's cutting from the outside here.
Uh-oh. If Bugha finds him, if Bugha spots it, he can get just one tag, and he's going to get the elimination credit.
Shot at from northwest.
I don't think he knows, though. Avante Maddox goes down to nyxrox. Oh, they found him.
He heard him.
They know exactly how to play this, I think. Reverse. Looks like he has nothing. Looks like a big pot is what he just wants to know. One bandage.
Oh, that's probably what he heard. That single heal go off could have potentially been the kind of trigger to give away the location here. And
He's just hoping.
I like the idea, though. I really, really do.
He can't switch weapons because if you switch weapons, it's going to make noise and put out exactly where he is. But they know. There's no hiding here, Reverse. But Bugha still makes it look amazing the way that he gets that flick.
I love the respect, though. He said, you know what, I'm not even going to peek it. I'm going to throw a grenade back there. If you're back there, you're going to have to move.
Yep.
So Reverse is forced to build and give up his spot. And now Bugha and Juju are bouncing back. If they never left here, but we got to fight over the water. Clix, Tariq, Tim the Tapman by himself.
Tim. You got this. I believe. I want this to happen so bad. Ooh, the little edits coming out from Tim. Right on top of him, Clixes. The trap. Possibly walks on top of it. Tim the Tapman takes out Clix. I think that's worth it. Tariq Cohen is going to clean up. He
With
didn't
the-
get the actual
I'm Team Crue tonight.
finish on that, but still.
Nice work, bro.
Hey, I'm happy with that if I'm Tim.
With the big toss, too. I mean, anything could have happened. The trap went right outside, and it connected.
Come on, man.
I get to switch it something, that's it. Good shit, bro.
Yeah.
The save coming in, Clix and Tarico, and have been so close every time, but not quite pushing all the way to the top. They're in the top 4 right now, trying to settle at the top after the end of this.
Yes, yes, yes. Go.
They've had a little bit of back and forth with tfue as well.
Yeah, it's because they always make endgame. They're always holding the high ground. They're making it tough every single time.
Gets me. This shit doesn't look good.
All right, so here it is. They're finding themselves some good loot right here. This is a good situation for them to bounce back in right now. Tariq is actually going to dodge that snipe by jumping, something that you want to do in Fortnite. You know, make it hard for you to be tracked and hit. Oh, and that right there, easy track, easy hit. nyxrox is going to fall down for not blocking and protecting his behind here. It's Symfuhny now is pushing in.
I'm getting shot in the back.
Right on top of him. The snipe takes out Nick, so it's all up to Mike Evans right now.
Good nade.
1 versus 2 to save it. He does no shield, so this might be quick work for Symfuhny. She drops up on top, still trying to take height. He's just got to block him once, but great job by Mike Evans to stay right on top. But DK is knocking it out.
Not making it easy at all. Now the shots are coming in to kind of dismantle all the builds here. It's not held up on much. That's the one rep that's going to need to start coming down. Now we're going to take a look at Pleasant Park. Aydan, we saw the grenades and all the kind of commotion outside coming in. They can see what's happening right here.
Meanwhile, we did see David Morgan go down. That's Nick 830's partner. So I'm curious what's happening 8-in right now. Kurt have 3 eliminations, so I think they were in 4th place last we saw. They're starting to climb the rankings based on the back of really Kurt in last game.
Absolutely true.
I'll get it later.
Just getting closer and closer. Last we saw, 23 players were up, and just like that, in the snap of a finger, 8 players were dropped in a tight time span, and now the rotation to get to the next zone is beginning. Everyone has to roll out and get to the next safe zone, because the Storm continues to do more damage the longer the game goes on. So you really have to, prioritize positioning if you want to win now. That's what Clix has been doing well so far. He's been, a factor for tfue to worry about so far.
Okay,
and it's funny
There's
because
a bush here.
everybody decided as that zone went across, as that zone pushed them off, that they wanted to go all the way across. Now they're getting forced back towards Salty Springs, towards the center island. Let's take a look. Look at the bottom right as it goes away there. tfue still at the top. That's the people to beat right now. It's tfue and his partner.
We saw Unknown Army was still alive as well. One of the dark horses to keep an eye out on, because he is, known to be a menace when it comes down to connecting these shots and taking players out. But bugha's still alive here. Juju's still alive, really crawling their way back from the bottom of the barrel. Little standoff here. They see some players in the distance.
This is the play. There's so much space to work with just in the bush. You don't have to spend any materials. It's very difficult for anybody to really approach it. drlupo and Keenan seem to be owning a bush of their own. Remember how far outside the zone they were. They did end up taking those med kits, continuing forward. Looks like they did get a scuffle too, because low HP, 2 eliminations on them. I don't know if we had those last time we checked in with them.
That is the mystery right here, but a minute on the zone here, and they're finding themselves one step closer to safety now.
Good job. No, they are.
Looks like they're outside the Weeping Woods. It can get a little crazy here because the big trees hard to see in. Lupo looking from downtown here to see if he can really connect with something big right now.
Yeah, we're right above them. We're right above them.
And this is the prime position to be.
Yo, if we have a chance to drop on them, we could go for it.
Above opponents.
If you wanted to.
Nate Hill is the target of their fire right now, the target of their strong position. They could make this really rough for him. Tough spot because he's sitting in wood, making it very easy and very, kind of tempting for people to be like, hey, let me just go right on top of this.
A loadout like that, too, you never know what can happen. So he heard it from the mouth of Nate Hill himself.
Yeah, true. That's good. They might not think I'm a duo or the solo, but they should, because it's a shitty little build.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. The wood making it so attractive to just push in right on top of him, right from the side of him, just even spray your weapon at him from distance. Those are free shots. because of how weak that wood structure is. If you're unfamiliar with it, there's brick, there's metal, and there's wood.
This is a big clash. It looks like it's about to go down right now.
I have an RPG.
From Aydan's
Hey,
perspective, he has the RPG. He's going to send it inside. It's not going to connect right now, Bala.
I think
Trying to find the hole, trying to thread the needle. Just get that damage.
Let's go.
Last time, though,
Come get this 55.
the fighting actually costed Aydan
Where? All right, got it.
his run,
Yeah,
and
I'm
Kurt
just not gonna
Benkert
upgrade
was
it.
the one who had to kind of control it. It's funny,
Let's go.
though. Kurt
Let's go
Benkert
for it.
actually controlling Aydan there. Aydan's like hungry. You know Aydan. He's always trying to get in your face, but Kurt's saying, no, no, no. Come on, this is not what we want to do right now. We want to back up. We want to go find some different position. They might net themselves a supply drop from that, possibly some better weaponry, and then a side position on that zone.
Definitely true, but our 6th place team here, Clix,
Yeah.
they're going to find elded. Looks like Tariq is going to finish that player up
Yeah,
on the
he can be
river
way
right
better
there,
than
and that
this
was
now.
another 2-piece for
promise
them. Now 4 eliminations
Watch
this
out, left,
game
left.
alone.
Coming over the hill. 2 of them.
Good call out right there. He spots someone off in the distance. Sniper's going to be the fear factor for them. They start building here. Let's see if he's going to hit this one. He's going to actually go for it. It's not going to connect. Very close, though. Good lead right there. Good follow-up. And this river is
Yeah, we're gonna be all right.
treacherous to jump into. I don't
Could
think
take
he
the water and
realized
go
it's
all the way
going
around.
up river right there.
Opposite current. Now
All right, be
Nick
careful
Merckx and
coming
Mike
up, though,
Evans. I thought they
I
were
hate the
fighting, but it
astronaut
looks like they're
for,
just
like,
pushing for a
100.
good position on a height like we saw Clix in previous games. They're in 7th place right now with 15 points.
I got 6 nades too, bro.
Not a huge gap between them and the top,
Where?
Not
but they've
at
got to
all.
have a huge one here.
Really need it, especially
Yeah,
with the
that's
0
deep, yeah.
elims they're sitting at right now. Makes it that much tighter for them.
78 meters.
But all these players that are up right now, this is be a big clash that'll shift things.
Nick Merckx has a lot of grenades in his inventory right now. You saw why he marked that, and he said 78 meters because he's making the calculations that he needs to possibly throw some grenades and find an easy elimination.
Kind of spooked right there. He's trying to reconnect this structure, make sure they're very safe up above. See if it's worth it as the zone is going to pull in just a few seconds here now. 13 players up. Now it's Symfuhny who's inside the house here. So you have the 7th place team.
We almost got zone. Nice.
Right on top of the 8th place team, and they just pulled zone. So that's how close everything is right now. Should one of our top contenders fall, it's going to swing things for our last game.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Nick Merckx and Mike Evans are in zone. And I think it was Metcalf and Symfuhny who were kind of spooking them. You said they came back down to reconnect the structure, make it a lot more fortified.
Should be good. We're chilling.
So with that high ground advantage in that zone, this could be looking good for a comeback with the guys.
Honestly, if you really think about it, this is so much opportunity for them to get their farm on. While everyone's kind of busy back there, and drlupo takes it to Nate Hill, and it looks like it wasn't going to be enough. Nate's really holding it down right here. Keenan Allen's going to fall all the way low. And look at the material. It's heavy material. This is going to be a really strong structure to try and bring down, so that's not going to be an option right now.
I'm not going to be able to use this.
And he doesn't have time to use
Final
that
move,
med
I'm
kit,
gonna die.
sensing dangers nearby. It's time to cut across here now. It's Nate Hill versus Lupo versus Keenan. Keenan's going to get shot there. You can see his health goes down, and now Lupo gets chipped off from someone in the distance.
It's Nate Hill. Remember, he was sitting right underneath them that entire time. Now, he's got to make it back in. He's using that sniper to kind of show, hey, please do not peek me. I will crack you. But now everybody knows there's no chance here for Nate Hill, unfortunately, as much as we might hope that there is. He gets hit again, and now trying to reload the sniper, trying to get a shot off. Bugha and Juju actually picked him off. Look at this. They've already built all the way up in towards zone, so they came back to hold people out.
Well worth right there as they find themselves another point here. The comeback story, the redemption arc here for Bugha and Juju Smith. They refused to be in the back here. Now they found themselves up to 11. Just off the elims on their own here. 8 points.
Off the elims, and then nice rotation here from Bugha. Nobody on this side of zone, and he's actually going to be able to claim that front side
we're gonna hold
very
high ground,
easily. He's going to build up for height. He already knows.
He wants to hold height here. You heard him. Because of how far people are. Great shot right there. It's not going to
I'm
connect.
gonna build up kind of here. Can I, if you get up here, can you give me some of your mats? Because I'm gonna tarp us in.
Same call that Nick A30 made in the last game. This might pay off because they definitely need eliminations here. If they have the ammo to actually work with there, Juju's going to drop him. And the zone starts moving. I'm not sure if he was able to drop that fast enough for bugha. Nobody holding height besides this team up ahead, but clix looks like he might decide to go for it. Meanwhile, Aydan picks off Tariq Cohen. A lot of eliminations down in the feed right now.
Like what clix is doing here, using that tree to block line of sight and just get his way to zone right now. Trying to play slow here. The entire lobby can really fall right here depending on how they hold this height. And there it is. They're going to come down. They know he's by himself. bugha, not afraid of the box fight right here. He's going to find one. Great defense from clix. Lets the shot back off, and now the minis are being popped.
An impossible situation for him to get out of, but he did do it. The quick edits. Now, bugha and Juju still up on high ground. They're looking back against clix. So difficult right now. They don't want to have to deal with clix too much longer. 4 players left now. They've got to get all these eliminations.
Definitely looking like it right now. bugha is getting snuck up on by clix again. Such a sneaky player here. He's making it that much harder for them right now in the height. He could be the deciding factor of whether or not they get to keep it. Drops back down here.
Here they go. They're going to drop down. Clix gets Symfuhny. He falls. It's now clix against bugha and Juju in a 1 versus 2. It's going to be bugha